Agricultural marketing is our today's topic. Earlier we have discussed about marketing of products and marketing of services. Today we are trying to discuss about the marketing of various agricultural products. So first, what is this agricultural marketing? It consists of all the functions and services, all the functions and services used in moving the commodities from the commodities from the producer to end user or end consumer. What is agricultural marketing? Agricultural marketing involves or includes or consists of all the functionalities and services used in moving the commodities from the producer to the end user is called as agricultural marketing. According to the National Commission on Agriculture, it defines agricultural marketing as the processes that starts with a decision to produce a saleable farm commodity. It involves all the aspects of the market structure of system, both functional and institutional, based on technical and economical considerations, and includes pre and post harvest operations, assembling, grading, storage, transportation, and distribution even. So it includes all these things. Agriculture is the lifeline of the Indian economy. Agriculture is the main aspect which actually determines the economy of India. Developing a sound marketing system and making it effective is a major concern for all the participants and stakeholders. Several tips have been initiated by the government to facilitate effective marketing practices also. Effective agricultural marketing practices. The entry of corporate enterprises to the field of agriculture and privatization of markets. These two things. What are the two things? Entry of corporate enterprises into the field of agriculture and privatization of markets are the two significant developments that they have positive impact on agricultural marketing in the future. If you can see here, it is trying to differentiate the agriculture and the manufactured goods. The perishability, if we compare between these agricultural products and manufactured products, agricultural products are perishable, whereas manufactured goods generally most of the things are non-perishable, that is durable items. So what will happen? So as the agricultural products or goods are perishable, the immediate sale or special storage facility is required, either to be sold immediately or special storage facility is required. Agricultural products are seasonal. Manufactured products mostly are not seasonal and like FMCG products, but few things like beverages in India are seasonal. That is the different thing. But we are talking about most of the products are not seasonal. Usually they manufacture across the year, but the agricultural commodities will be seasonal. So as they are seasonal, storage facility is necessary for distribution for items like food grains like wheat, paddy, so whatever. The storage is necessary because they are seasonal. Once they come to the market, the marketers are to store the products until the next season comes. Variation in quality is natural. It comes to agriculture and the manufacture. It is natural. Naturally, the farmer may not directly make this difference or variation between the products in terms of quality, but if it is happening in the manufacturing, basically it is because of the problems in design, maybe in the product design. So the changes, the variations may happen, right? So what will happen because of this natural variations? Grading is necessary. I'll tell you later what is grading, however. And processing is needed. So the finished product itself is will be ready for marketing, but here before finishing product also, sometimes paddy will be marketed and will be made as rice and again marketed. So that is why some processing is needed here. So the miller or processing agent is will be an intermediary for these agricultural commodities. Bulk size will be sold or marketed in agricultural products, and it varies the quantities along with the various products. So as bulk of you know agricultural products are marketed, transportation is essential. So what are the functions of agricultural marketing? Assembling is the first function. What is assembling? That means the collection of produce for sale in mandis or large markets. Assembly, collection of the produced agricultural products for sale is assembling, is the function. And grading and standardization, I told you, like I'll tell you what is grading later. So the grading means sorting the commodities into different groups on the basis of size, variety, taste, quality, color, etc. Whatever, right? So depending on the size, depending on the variety, depending on the taste, depending on the quality, depending on the color, what we are trying to do here, we are trying to grade it. For example, if it is paddy, for example, as the color changes, that means the quality also will be changed. So based on that color, the quality will be determined, and grading will be done based on this, right? So such grading is done. And standardization means it fixes the grades. Standardization, it fixes the grades and does not allow them to vary from the season to season and year to year. Grading and standardization are used in sometimes used interchangeably. Standardization means particularly will make according to size there are A, B, C. So if we are producing of product commodity A, there should not be any variation. Producing product B is also okay, but there should be no variations. That is what the standardization. So sometimes that is why sometimes grading and this standardization will be used interchangeably. And one more function is processing. Of course, processing is necessary for too many products, agricultural products. For example, weight is there. If so, directly it cannot be used. It has to be converted into flour. Then only it can be consumed. And even paddy. Paddy directly cannot be used. It has to be converted into rice and then it can be used. So the processing is necessary for this agricultural product. So that is the function which should be involved in this and transporting. For this processing also, the harvested crops are to be transported to various different places by road or rail or railways. So maybe in water, whatever. But for conversion or sometimes maybe to sell the products, it is necessary of transportation. And storing is necessary as we have discussed earlier also. Right? Storage is necessary because the products are seasonal and are to be stored and distributing. It actually relates to channels that take produce to a large number of consumers. It relates to channels that take produce to large number of consumers. So here there are too many consumers are there. The produced product is to be reached to all of these people. So the distribution is also important. Distribution channels like what we are using, there are many kinds of distribution channels which we are going to discuss later in further classes. What are the types of agricultural markets? Basically, we are dividing it into three different categories: primary markets, secondary markets, and terminal markets. What is primary market? Again, there are two types, however, but what is primary market? Primary markets are periodical markets, locally called as shandies or hearts. They are generally held in an open place once a week in a particular day in every village. Maybe on Friday I will be there in few villages. Maybe on Saturday I will be there in a few other villages, like weekly markets. Commodities produced in the surrounding villages are sold in these markets. Whenever Thursday there is a market, all the people nearby villages will go and sell there on Thursday, and then on Friday again the same people will go to another village to sell the products, because on Friday the hats or sandals will be there in another village. Not only the agricultural produce they'll sell, but also number of other articles required by the rural folks will be sold. For example, handmade products, or maybe some kind of garments, and many things will be sold at these places, at these primary markets. So usually, what are the silent features of these primary markets? It is the first thing is it is a convenient place for the rural people, and usually the payment is made by cash. In these primary markets, convenient places and made by cash. What is secondary market? Secondary markets are usually wholesale markets. Usually we call them as mandis, or sometimes also called as guns. Usually they will not be in the villages, they situate at district headquarters and towns. The quantum of commodities transacted is bulk. Large quantities of commodities arrive from other markets into these markets. There will be many middlemen, market agents, weighing men, and commission agents are involved in this marketing system. So usually it is comparatively larger market than primary markets, and it is mass gathering place compared to primary markets, and third one is terminal markets. In the terminal markets, the produce is either finally disposed of to the consumer or to the processor, or maybe assembled for export. The terminal markets are located at highly populated cities like Hyderabad, Mumbai, Chennai, whatever the metropolitan cities are there. The following functions that we can discuss about these terminal markets, like what you can see here: assembling of goods, grading, warehousing, distribution of all these different functions that are performed by the market committee. So the first function performed by the market committee is assembling of goods. The products from different local and primary markets, products from different locals and various primary markets, they are assembled here at this secondary market. These are all maybe primary markets, or maybe directly local markets. That means maybe directly by the farmer that who produced the product and whatever. But all these are collected and assembled at this place, at these terminal markets. So they can be transported and economically from market to another market. What is grading? Just now I told you, I think grading. The produce is graded based on the quality and specification of different types of consumer groups, based on, I told you just now, based on size, color, quality, and another function is warehousing. Agricultural produce can be stored in state warehousing, central warehousing, and sometimes FCI godowns, Food Corporation of India godowns. In case the capacity of the godowns is insufficient, private godowns are also rented by the market committee to store the available market surplus. And distribution for processing. For processing also, the commodities the manufactured, that means the harvested crops or products or commodities are to be distributed to all mill owners and processors, who further process it and sell it to the retailers, to the consumers sometimes. Financing and risk bearing is the function of market committee. Marketing committee undertakes just now also, if you can observe now in this corona moment also, government of Telangana has spent about 30,000 crores for buying the crops. That is what the financing and risk bearing is taken by this market committee. There are many district market committees, and upon all these there will be state market committee also, and there will be cooperative societies, and there will be one separate department for marketing of agricultural products. Agricultural marketing department will be there. So if I am right, Palla Rajeshwar Reddy is the head of this. So distribution and the financing and risk bearing are the functions of this marketing committee. And price maintenance. Now you can see, for paddy, the price is fixed at 18,035 rupees. So it is fixed, is actually fixed by this marketing committees and agricultural marketing department of various states. And commodity exchange. Commodity exchange is the heart of the terminal markets. It is an independent organization of dealers in certain commodities. It does not make purchases and sales on its own, but It provides a place where the goods can be bought and sold economically and without any discrepancies. What this market committee? Market committee means directly it will not purchase and sell it to the consumers. But what it is doing, it is providing a place where the goods can be bought and sold economically at the reasonable prices without any discrepancies. So the activities are carried out under certain set rules and regulations and under the supervision of the authorities of the exchange. Apart from this, there are other classifications of agricultural markets also. That means the agricultural markets can also be classified into some other types of markets also. So based on this frequency, based on the frequency that they held, so how many times it happens in the market at that place, based on that also, based on the frequency also, we can classify the markets. For example, daily markets, weekly markets, daily, weekly, monthly. Such kind of classification can be done based on this frequency, and also based on the products that are traded, that are marketed in this place. Also, it can be, like cotton markets, fish market, for example, and even fruit market, vegetable market. Based on what we are classifying this agricultural market, these are all the agricultural markets. We are classifying based on the products and based on the volume of transaction. Based on the volume of transaction. So, wholesaler and retailer. Wholesaler, what is the volume of transactions? Usually bulk, right? So the large amount of agricultural products are sold at this, are traded at these wholesale markets, and the retail markets is one which commodities are bought by and sold to the consumers as per the requirements. But usually it may not be in a bulk of amount. Transactions in these markets take place between retailers and consumers. So based on the nature of the transaction also, there are few markets actually where the goods are exchanged for money immediately for the sale is called the cash spot or cash market. So immediately the payment is done at these places. And forward markets are there. These markets in which the purchase and sale of the commodity takes place at time, but the exchange of the commodity takes place on some other time specified by date in future. There will be an agreement like on what date the remaining payment is done. For example, today we will pay out of 50,000, 20,000 will be paid today, and 30,000 will be paid after 1 month. Such kind of agreements will be made in these forward markets, and based on the number of commodities also. Number of commodities. General markets. These general markets are which all types of commodities such as food grains, oil seeds, fiber crops, all the commodities are bought and sold are known generally. Such kind of markets are known as general markets. Specified markets, particularly or specifically The transactions take place only one or two commodities. Then they are called as specialized markets. For example, only food grains will be sold. Then food grain specialized markets. Only vegetables will be sold. So particularly specialized, vegetable markets. That kind of specialized or general means all the items, many kind of different items will be sold. So this is about the classification of agricultural markets. Further about agriculture market we will be discussing in the next class. Thank you.